Okay, good. So we will just wait for another minute for other participants to join in because I think it's raining here in India at many other places. And I just got to know that there is a power outage at some places and some places it's raining. So that's okay. We will continue our session right now with the participants online and we just go ahead with taking things forward. Okay, good. Let me just respond to these people to let them know that we are continuing with our session and they can go through the recording. Great. So good. Welcome everybody. And today is our day 3 for the career success. It is really good to see a lot of active participation on the group and people answering to the questions and providing their inputs. Today, I didn't get a chance to look at the information that you guys have put in, but tomorrow for sure, I'm going to respond to all of the inputs that you have given and the trend or the information that I see. So that will really be a fantastic approach to take it forward. And with this, I would start with our day 3. I'll just do a quick recap of what we have done in the day 1 and day 2. And then we proceed on to the next aspects of our things. So that's fantastic. So we move on to the day 1 part of the thing. So day 1, we worked on our challenges where we said that in case if you do have issues in terms of clarity, we just go ahead with those aspects. Then the second was in terms of the uncertain times. If you have any fear, that's where we are focusing on. Then we proceeded with challenges in terms of your growth in your career. Then the soft skills which are being required was something that we focused on. Then we focused on your challenges in terms of managing team and collaborating with the team. Then we spoke about defining your career and how a business success looks like and what are the key skills that you need to do. And from a 90-day perspective, what are your key career areas that you really want to focus upon? So those were a few things which have been provided. And then the next part was when we went ahead with the day 2. The day 2 we covered in terms of what are the skills you need to be successful. So we focused on the love and loath list. And then we also focused on boost your strength. So in the love and loath list, I asked you, what do you like and what are the things that you don't like? Then we focused on boost your strength part. It is talking about what are your key strengths and then what are the areas that you really want to focus on and take it forward. And while we were focusing on all of these aspects, we also went ahead and looked at what are the industry looking for in terms of the soft skills. So primarily a lot of essential skills are there, and as per the industry study, these are the things which by 2030 is definitely going to be in a high demand, and everybody will have to make sure that they start working on this, because in any profession, whether you're a business, whether you're a student, or whether you're in a job, these are the things which will start moving forward for. And so that's another part of the things. And then we spoke about what are those top 10 skills that you can look forward for growing. Then we started with the activities for day 2, where I said that you need to work on your love and loath list, your strengths that you need to work upon, and your essential soft skills. A lot of you have provided this information. People who have been missing providing this information in the Facebook group, please go ahead and provide it, because only then I will be able to guide and mentor you on what has to be done. Because I would like to congratulate each one of those person who has been able to go ahead and take that action. Because if you have been able to take that action, that is the first step for your career success. If you have been lazy of not doing it and providing that information, then that definitely is the first indication talking about how serious you are about your own career success or your career growth. So as you see, a lot of participants, so we had like kind of 100 plus participants who registered. The first day we had 70 plus participants attending. Second day we had 50 plus, and today we have kind of like 40 plus. So I would really want to congratulate each one of you who is here attending the day 3. because this is a clear indication of showcasing that you are taking that step forward for your own career success. People who have dropped out, it's a clear indication that they are not that serious about their own career, and probably they were just here to check upon how things are or how it is going. But I'm so happy to work with all of you over here, these 40 participants, in fact 41 at the moment, who have taken that step of moving ahead and taking things forward. So in this 3 days, we have gone through a lot of information which talks about what would help you. So as I mentioned, today we are going to talk about key three areas. One is about your social media presence. Then the second is in terms of your body language and your mindset. And then the third is going to be in terms of what are your next steps and actions that you need to take. The key things, let me bring it to you, whether you are as a part of a business, or whether you are a career in a job, or whether you are a student. Because for students, why it is important about your social media presence is also because when you start applying for your colleges as you progress, or you start applying for higher studies abroad, a lot of colleges have now started doing a very scrutiny of the applications that you fill in and understand how this student is all about from an 360-degree perspective. So that's where it has a very important aspect for students. For people who are into job, for them it is really important, because nowadays a lot of recruiters, as we see, and so as you see on the screen, based on the study from the Career Builder in 2018, a lot of employers have started checking on your social presence as well. Many times we think that it's okay of whatever I comment or whatever I post on any of the social medias like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, to that matter, even WhatsApp messages that you pass on. And then what you have, Snapchat. And yeah, so I think I've covered almost most of the major applications which are being used across. So if you see that, yeah, LinkedIn as well. Thanks a lot, Tisha. That's a more professional network that's absolutely there. So if you look at the recruiters, and to that matter, people who are into business, your clients also start looking out for you about your own social presence. To that matter, if I just talk about when we have to purchase something, or if we have to hire somebody, or if we have to work with someone, the first thing that we do is we go ahead and search on the internet. Does this person have an internet presence? If yes, then what is the particular aspects of things that this person is talking about? Or if you're purchasing a product, the first thing that you go ahead and do is do a search on the internet to find out what is this product all about, what are the people talking about its reviews. So if you look at this based on the study being provided by the Career Builder, it says that candidates who posted inappropriate photos or information were the ones who were not being really been, I would say, appointed for. Candidate had discriminatory comments. So nowadays there is a lot of focus on diversity and inclusion, which means that we want to bring in everybody equally into into our work environment, into our colleges, schools, students, work, business, wherever we are. So no discrimination in terms of race, gender, religion. If you're posting any such kind of comments, then a lot of people would really be very careful with you. And how do you really talk about others, fellow colleagues? So what kind of feedbacks and review comments do you give about a particular organization that you're working for, or have you been working for? Because they start building a very important image of yours on the internet. So you might be a different person in, so this definitely does not mean that you might be a different person actually, and then you put up a different image socially, because somewhere or the other, if this does not match, then that is a very first point to say that, okay, this person is one who showcases something very different on the internet, versus when we talk to this person face to face, they have totally a different implication. So that is why it is really important that you understand about your own social presence, how you talk about what you do it, because everything is on the internet, everything is online, and people are looking out for those kind of informations. So almost 70% of the employers or 70% of the people looking for the information on the internet, and 30% may not check on the social media. And as per the information from the Finances Online business portal, they are saying that almost 94% of recruiters across the world are going to start looking for social media as the presence. Now, I know we have students here. So as I mentioned, from the college perspective, when the application screening starts happening, they do check for your profiles, they do check for your presence across the things. And there is something which is also called as a background check, which starts happening, where everything is being checked around, right from your character, how it has been displayed, what you are when you talk to your neighbors, because in a lot of background verifications, agencies come and talk to your neighbors to find out what and how kind of a person you are. They talk to your previous employers. They try to reach out to certain colleges where you have studied. So they try to connect with a lot of people, and at the same time, they also try to check, of course, your credit history, whether you've paid your bills on time, how it is. They also check your criminal history to find out how it is. So if you look at, there's a lot of research and search which is being done by any employer who is trying to employ you before onboarding you in their organization. And it's the same thing when you would want to onboard anybody in your business, because you would not really want to have a business with somebody who is going to not bring in the good vibrations or vibes for you. So if you see, 94% of recruiters are planning to do this. 70% of the recruiters are planning to increase their investment in social recruiting, and 49% of employers have found that by doing a research on the internet, on the social media for the candidates, they have been able to find out good quality candidates. So this is like kind of a pre-screening. A lot of people have this question that, okay, when I apply in a particular organization, they never revert back to me. They don't say anything, because possibility is one, that probably your profile did not match. Second is probably, well, they researched and they found out that, okay, this person does not fit into what they're saying versus what they're doing. So actions probably may not match in. So that's why it is really important for you guys to look at and see, do that. So Janvi, in the last 10 minutes, we just did a quick recap of what it was. We started a couple of minutes late. And then the second part that we are talking right now about is the social media presence, of how every person starts looking out for you on the internet. And of course, there are a lot of people who are probably not on the internet. So that's also absolutely okay. But then also understand, if you're trying to build up your own business or trying to make sure that the organizations should start coming to you and offering you a job which is of a high payment, or giving you job as per your own skills, then keep this in mind, that the first thing that they always try to search for is on the internet through LinkedIn, Facebook. For professionals, a lot of time it is LinkedIn. Then they start looking out for a lot of other job portals also they look at, but this other peripheral scenes would definitely be there. So whether you're running a business, whether you're a student, or whether you are into job, try making sure that you we'll talk about a few pointers right now, but then you have to just try making sure that your presence on the social media is a genuine presence and people really feel connected. It is similar to way when you have to go ahead and look at things, then you also go and search on the internet for these things. And I know pretty much that a lot of you who have been a part of the sessions, of course, a few of you knew me earlier, and a few of you were connected, and there are a lot of you who have, of course, searched on the internet, looked at the information. They felt that, yes, there is a lot of benefit which people are receiving. There are a lot of new things that we can learn, and have come to the session. So thanks for that. And that's where these things are going to be there. So Atul, if there is a business, then your clients are going to search you on the internet for sure. So for example, if you are into a construction business, then the first thing, if I have to go ahead and buy something of a flat, or if I need to go ahead and do some interiors, the first thing which I always do is I go and search on the internet, okay, who are the people around my area who do the interiors for a house, or who do the construction. And then when I find those people, then I go ahead and also search that, okay, what are other people talking about them. So of course there are paid reviews also which has been done, but we have so much of experience that we understand whether it's a paid review or whether it's a genuine review which is being provided. So your clients will also go ahead and search for you on the internet to find out, okay, what kind of feedback people have given about Atul for the interior work that he has done. How much is he really taking forward for things? How much genuine is he? What is it he doing? How is he doing? So that's a major chunk, at least at this point of time, where people are searching you on the internet. Of course, unless you have your own offline bigger business network where you know that, okay, I'm already in connect with thousands of people offline, then I don't need somebody to come online and connect with me. So that's a separate part, because I know a certain set of people who do this kind of more of a network marketing or MLM marketing, multi-level marketing. This was one of my clients who was into image consulting, and she never had any online presence, and she worked only through referrals. So if I become her client for image consultant and I like it, then probably I would be going ahead and getting two more people and saying that, you know what, this XYZ client of mine is a very good image consultant. Why don't you go ahead? So that way was her process of doing, and she didn't wanted things to really overflow to her in the work that she's taking in for. So that's where we talk about the social media presence for business, for job seeking people, and also for students. Because when you apply for applications abroad or for higher studies or for colleges, which you're looking for, the very high end colleges look for the search of your presence on the internet, how it is and where it is. And of course, not many of them want political connections to be there. Genuinely, most of it, they don't want to be taking it. How to differentiate between paid and genuine reviews. So Surbhi, it would depend on the product that you're searching for, but for sure the kind of languages that is being used will help you to do that. So that's a different part where we would have to get into more details, but I just wanted to give this as a hint that this has to be something which each one of you have to take care of. So great. So let me go ahead and just ask you guys, are you guys all interested to know few key points that you should work to get your social media presence? If yes, just type SM so I know that you're interested to start transforming your social media presence. Thanks, Sanjana, Savita, Priyanka. Thanks, Tanish, Sanam, Manish. Fantastic, Abhijit. Good. So thanks a lot, everybody. It's really very, very important. I won't say it's the only thing, but it is, of course, one of the things where it will help you to build your career success pattern. So the first point that I would want each one of you to really note down is whatever goal you have set for yourself in 90 days. Like a lot of you have said that, okay, I want to earn X amount in 90 days. A few of you have said that in 90 days, I want to have a particular XYZ job. For business people, they have said that, okay, in 90 days, I want to go ahead and have my business with X percentage or X amount growing. For students, it might be at the moment not too much into how it has been, because probably your examinations are not there, or you're just preparing for an examination. But from a long-term perspective, when you will be applying for your applications, of course, the organizations will be looking for your presence as well on the internet part. So as I said, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever medias you are using, you need to make sure that you go and check if your message is consistent. So if somebody is looking forward for moving to a higher next level promotion or finding a job which will help them achieve XYZ salary, please just go ahead and see that if you have the consistency being maintained, okay? Because maybe your LinkedIn profile doesn't talk about those nitty-gritties if somebody's searching you. Maybe your Facebook and Instagram doesn't talk about that combination. Of course, we say that Facebook, Instagram is more of a personal thing and LinkedIn is more of a professional. But believe me, when you get into the corporate, when you work into your business or into your job, or to that matter studies, personal, professional gets a lot mixed in. and it's really very difficult for you to segregate, saying that, okay, this is just personal and this is just professional, and I don't want to interfere into this. So indirectly, there is definitely an influence. So go ahead, first do a social media audit of your different profiles wherever you have. If you don't have, and if you are not looking forward to attract more clients or more job opportunities or more university applications towards you, then it's okay not creating any of this and then just staying in an offline mode. And that's absolutely okay. But if you have to progress, this is one of the things which people would search for. So go ahead and do your social media audit to understand what is it that you are showcasing in these different channels. So probably create a column saying, in LinkedIn, this is what I've mentioned. In Facebook, this is what I have mentioned. In Instagram, this is what I've mentioned. Twitter, this is what I have mentioned. And then see, do you see a common line? If not, then try to bring that commonality. Of course, if you want to keep a little difference, that can be, but try building that commonality across all of these. So because if you just go ahead and check my LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram or Twitter accounts, you will find that consistency being maintained. You will find out to me about me saying that, okay, this is Poonam, who is an alchemist coach and is working to empower people to transform their lives to achieve what they're looking for. And many times my posts, my content would be very much closely associated with in line with all of these aspects. So whenever you go and search and look out for me, you'll find that consistency. And psychologically, when somebody's searching and looking out for, and they see the consistency, and when they talk to the person, you definitely start finding that connection much sooner than what it is going to be. So that's one part that I want you to do. Go ahead and do your social media audit. Once you're done with it, after this session, I'm going to post a question around it in our Facebook group. Just go ahead and whenever you complete your analysis, start providing that information. But being a political is not necessarily the best thing, as being politically inclined is also not a bad thing. Yes, Abhijit, it may or may not be. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it is generally that a lot of people would want to not get into discussions or aspects of things when they find that you as a person are inclined to a particular political aspect or other aspects of things, because back of the mind they start connecting it. So like, for example, if you go ahead and search a particular profile and then you see that, okay, this particular person just talks a lot about, say, Congress, or just says a lot about BJP, or says a lot about XYZ party, then you start building a notion about it within your mind. So next time when you meet that person, back of your mind, anything that comes in, you might be like, oh, you know what, this person is politically going to say this, or religiously this person is going to talk about these aspect of things. So you can have your views, you can have your aspects, you can have your pointers that you're going to project on the social media. But for example, if you want to be a person who needs to be in a news channel, or want to be a journalist, and want to be a person who want to be a reporter and reporting about all of these things. So if you talk about those things, then people know that, yes, this is very much connected. So what I'm just trying to say is, try to build that connection with your goal that you're looking for, so that it becomes easier for you to achieve your career success. And of course, I'm not saying anything is good or bad, but what I'm just giving you is a pointer of what can help you get more closer to your career success that you're looking for, and not having people to just have some predefined notions about you based on what you are probably posting, which is not creating a positive image. Yeah, so you can be inclined to particular things. It's of course up to you to define what you want to choose and do it. But if you have a particular goal, my only view is start aligning those to the things that you're looking for, so that when people are searching out for you, it becomes easy for them to connect. So based on that is your social media strategy, where you should work on which tools or platforms you want to use. Like, not everybody would want to be on all the platforms. So maybe somebody might choose that I just want to be on LinkedIn and not on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. That's okay. Or you might want to be on just LinkedIn and Facebook, or just two of any of those permutation combination. So it's perfectly okay for you to just go ahead and be connected with what you want. And as I was talking about earlier also, make sure that your professional profile is matching with the goals that you have set for yourself for 90 days. Because the search and other aspects becomes easier when you are applying for jobs. If somebody is looking for a business growth, then you're able to talk to people and just refer them. And while you're talking about all of this, there is also an important aspect which we talk about is building your own personal brand. Now, what that means is you may have a lot of different groups. So make sure that you participate in discussions, or you start creating blogs, or you start presenting some information. Now, of course, this is a little challenging because not everybody might be good in writing content, or not everybody might be good in expressing their views. So slowly and gradually you can, but at least if you're looking to move to higher levels and higher businesses to start coming in, then people would really want to listen from you as an expert. So if you want to get yourself showcased as an expert in XYZ field, so somebody who wants to be an expert, say in security. So if they start talking about their views and how it can help, it creates a particular image for sure. Again, as I said, it's not a mandatory thing to do, but a good to have in terms of having discussions or blogs if you are looking for. Then also use social media as a way of informal learning. When I say informal learning, because there's a lot of material and a lot of information being available. So just go ahead and read through to understand what are people talking about in your industry. So if somebody wants to excel in HR, then if they go through a lot of these posts or blogs or discussions, they start understanding in the industry, what are people talking about the HR field, or somebody is looking to become a CEO of an organization, then what in that particular organization, or if somebody is looking to get their business to the next level. So like, for example, we had Atul. He has his own construction business and he wants to take it excel. So what he can utilize the internet is to also understand how things are there. This is also one way to understand what your competitors are probably doing and what more value add you can give. So the most important part is, of course, you are looking for more business, for more people to come in. But at the same time, you also have to look in that what kind of value adds you are providing. So unless and until you are not providing any value add, nobody is actually going to come and get with you to take it forward. So these are also similar things which will apply even from a student perspective. As I said, may not be immediate in the next 2 or 3 months, but as they progress with their career journey to get into the best of the best schools and colleges, then what kind of publications you have done, what kind of articles you have published, in which journal you have published, or on which now a lot of journals are published online. So then which online journal have you published will really add on a plus for you to take things to forward it. And it may not necessarily always mean you have to go ahead and publish somewhere. You can have your own small blog site, and there are a lot of free features also available which you can just go ahead. To that matter, even Facebook and Google provide free features of writing notes and blogs which you can leverage for your benefit. So that's where I said that you will be able to go ahead and take these things forward. So how social media business presence can be helpful to B2B business person? Definitely, Abhay, because somebody who is trying to search out for persons who are doing business in XYZ things, you can start promoting it, because even in a B2B business, I'm pretty sure a lot of us do search out for a social media presence of people around. And when you're able to do it, you'll be able to reach out for a larger audience. Of course, your offline network would definitely be there, but there are special, if you just search out for a B2B business, you will find a lot of helpful websites where you can just go ahead and register yourself for taking your business to that part further. Yeah, absolutely. The way you have it on IndiaMart, yes, you may have it on IndiaMart and a lot of other such websites. And you need to figure out how they're helping and providing you to take forward. But yes, that's one part. So even if you have registered on IndiaMart, people who are buying from IndiaMart or searching on IndiaMart, they would also be going and searching for the presence of yours in other parts. So because if they just find, like for me, I get a lot of I get a lot of information on IndiaMart, but when I go and search for those people outside of IndiaMart, I'm not able to do. So then that lets me think twice that is this something which IndiaMart has created only to attract me towards paying them their annual services, or these are really genuine leads which will help me to get my business moving or my customers moving on to the next part. So those are certain nitty-gritties aspects which you would have to look out from your business perspective. So did you find this information useful? Just type you if you have found this to be useful. Great, thanks Devi Bala, Saili, Savita. Yes, Sanjana, business people might look for things on LinkedIn. So you may also go ahead and make sure that your LinkedIn profile and information has been updated, because LinkedIn has definitely come up with a lot of, I would say, a lot of good features in terms of advertising, taking you forward from your paid features for your own aspects. And we have a participant in our call itself where we were consulting and doing earlier. So with their presence getting online, they have started attracting a lot of clients for them, because that was an easier way for people to find them. And with the presence being online, they were able to attract. So as I said, presence online is one of the key things. It should match with your own personality, which is very important. You cannot have a different personality on the social media and offline you're something else, because when people meet you face to face, they'll not be able to connect because they formed an image of you, of what you have provided versus what you give in person. So that's very important to make sure that link is being carried, and be genuine. Of course, don't just start faking out things and doing it, because if you're not able to eventually provide results, then nobody is really going to come back to you, and that may have a negative impact. I know some of them are of the thought process that a negative publicity is also good publicity, but of course, not for the benefit of what you are looking for in 90 days achievement. So great. So what I want you to do is, as a next action is, out of whatever I have spoken in terms of the social media presence, what is that one or two actions that you will want to take for yourself? So write it down, and I want you to post it onto the Facebook group. After we finish our session, I'm going to post the question. So I would want you to go ahead and post there. So I know what is that you are doing on that aspect of your social presence. So that was a very key thing for us to understand. And then the next part is about your mindset and body language. So mindset and body language is actually a very, very, very vast subject. Okay, it takes a lot of details and other things. Yeah, Janvi. So if you're not having any personal account on any of the social media, maybe after a couple of months, you can create one based on the role or based on the goals that you're looking forward for yourself. So that definitely, yes, a lot of students may not have it, but eventually as you progress in your career in a couple of months or a couple of, in another 1 or 2 years, it'll start helping you to bring that change. Of course, as I said, you need to use it for the best of everybody. So yes, Janvi, it's okay if you don't have it now, but after a couple of months or a year, you will get that. That will happen. So as I was talking about, mindset and body language is a very, very vast subject. I cannot really cover everything about it in just the next 5 or 10 minutes, because it's going to be another detailed subject, because I myself have studied it for more than 2 or 3 years now, getting in details of a mindset, primarily doing neuro-linguistic programming as a master practitioner since last 3-4 years. So it's a very, very vast subject. But what I have tried to build in here, bring in here is for you guys as a pointer to move forward. These are the few key things that you should notice about yourself, because these are the very first thing that anybody will notice, which you would also be unconsciously looking forward for when you're talking to people. So the first thing is about a positive mindset, believing in your capabilities, dedication, consistency, and patience. So that's something. Yes, Manisha, we will talk about it. So the key part is having a positive mindset, because if you notice, if you are around people who just keep cribbing, yes, you will listen to them once, you will listen to them second, but when the third time they come and they start cribbing in front of you, then you would really want to just run away. I'm pretty sure each one of you will have that one friend who just comes in and starts crying, and then you're like, oh my God, why did this friend come again? Because they're just not with that positive mindset. They're always talking negative. Once time you understand, second time you understand, but every time talking negative and not with a positive mindset, you don't want to be with that person. So similarly, if you are with a negative mindset, uh, all the time or most of the times, then people around you would also not want to be with you. I know there are a few people here who have felt that I don't have friends, I don't have people around me, I don't know why people don't come and talk to me, I do so much for them and then they are not there. But what happens is, because somewhere you are emitting negative mindset. Maybe you might be thinking you're talking very casually, but you are emitting negative mindset, so people will not be there. So make a check that are you always in a positive mindset or you're always in a negative mindset, and do you believe in your own capabilities or not? This is going to be one of the important aspects for you to mark towards your positive mindset, believing in your capabilities, dedication. So that becomes from a mindset perspective. Once you're able to do this, you'll automatically be able to start moving forward. Then the second part is in terms of your posture, which means, are you having your posture as with a straight spine, your shoulders are relaxed, you are keeping your chin in parallel to the floor. You also want to be making sure that you're not always standing like this in a closed position with your hands folded always. Of course, if it's cold and all, that's a separate part. But then in general, if you are having your body language, which shows that your spine is not straight, your shoulders are not relaxed, your chin is not in parallel to the floor or not very relaxed, then it does not give a positive image about your body language to the person who is unconsciously noticing it. Yes, of course, I understand if physically, medically, you have certain problems associated with any of your body parts, that is okay. But in that case, the next two plays a very important part. So people just observe your posture, how it is and where it is. Of course, medically, if there are certain challenges for people, if they have some spinal problems, shoulder problems, or any other problem, I understand in that case, you may not be able to really get into that posture. But then the other two play a very important, which for everybody is very key. Having having a smile on your face, having that positive vibration is really very important, because you cannot always talk like a very sad face. Because if I talk to you like a very sad face, I'm pretty sure today I have at least 43 participants. The next day I'll just have 0 participants for sure. So the key thing that you have to make sure is your energy and the way that you connect with, and having a smile on your face will help you. I know many of them will be wondering like, oh, if I keep always smiling, I don't know, people will just make fun of me, saying that, oh, she or he always keeps smiling without any reason. It's okay to keep smiling without a reason, but of course you have to take a judgment also, that what if it's a serious situation, then of course you have to be careful. But otherwise, what I'm saying is that it has to be a very genuine smile coming out from your internal heart. Okay. And I'm pretty sure this everybody can do, irrespective of the age, irrespective of the profession that you are in. The next is maintaining a strong eye contact. So you need to make sure that you're making an eye contact with the people that you're talking to. Of course, not staring into their eyes like this and saying, oh, what is it? Not like that, but maintaining a natural eye contact and just looking at their face will definitely bring in a different vibration. And it'll definitely change your own mindset from a perspective that you're looking into. And then you need to invest in yourself and get doing different things, which is very important. So whatever you're looking for to achieve in the 90 days, make sure that you're investing your time, money, energies to get that required skills, to get all of those important aspects to take your things forward. And as I said yesterday, upskill your essential soft skills, which is really very important. So get yourself moving on to the next level. So as I said, mindset and body language is really a very vast subject, but these are the few key pointers. If you're able to bring in this change, you'll see a drastic shift in your business, drastic shift in your career, a drastic shift for students in their confidence to appear for examinations or things that we are looking for. So I just want to know, what is that one thing that you are picking from here, whether it's a mindset, posture, smile, eye contact. Just type, like if it's a posture, type P. If it's a smile, just type S. If it's eye contact, type E. If it's a mindset, type M. So just go ahead. So I know that, wow, Sanjana, so you're picking up on the posture, Rishikesh posture, Atul posture, Abhijit is on the S&M, smile and mindset, Isha on the mindset, Devi Bala, right positive mindset, Abhay and Amita is like all, wow, fantastic. Thanks, Janvi, positive mindset, yes. Saili is mindset, Vikrant is on mindset, posture, eye contact, Manisha is all intact, all yes, great eye contact. So this is really fantastic. Yeah, thanks Yogita, Ruchi, positive mindset, Ashwini, all. This is really fantastic because this is going to be one pointer which is going to help you guys to understand how things are progressing for you. So that's good. So now I would want to move on to the next part. So yes, Sanjana, if you're suffering from a lower back pain, as I said, that will have to be worked out separately, but then pick up the other parts, because for a back pain, that's something which needs to be taken into consideration. So that's fantastic. So now guys, what I want you to do is take your book and pen before we move on to the further part of the session. Take a pause, take a minute or two to write down what are those 2 things which you're going to take as an action to implement. Again, I want you to post it onto the Facebook group, and whatever you have learned in the last 3 days, write down what are those top 2 things you want to take as an action, and by when do you want to complete those actions, and how will you know that you have completed those actions. So as an example would be that think that, okay, I took an action that I want to, probably my challenge is that I'm not able to complete reading a book in one go at a time. Okay, I keep reading it now and then again I pick that book to read only after next 2-3 months. So now I have challenged myself to read one book in the next 2 weeks of time, and that's what I have picked up. So one thing, to be consistent in my practice of reading, learning something new out of that, completing it in 2 weeks time is the duration. And how will I know if I have completed or succeeded in doing that activity? Of course, when I reach to the last page. But the other action which I'm deriving is that from that book, if I'm able to implement at least 2 things in my life, then that will tell me that whatever I have read in that book is successfully implemented in my life as well. So that's where I know that I'm successful in the action which I have chosen. So this is what I have decided for myself while I was working with you guys for this 3 days. Okay, so I want you to write down those 2 things that you want to do. By when do you want to complete, and how will you know that you have completed or implemented that activity? So when you have completed this next steps and an action plan, just type AP, so I know that you have defined your action plan. And then we proceed on to the next part of what I want to show you. Great. Thanks, Abhay. Thanks, Tanish. Tushar, Rishikesh. Fantastic. Thanks, Vikrant. Thanks, Abhijit, Prashant. Great. So for people who still have a doubt of whatever I have taught, will it really help or how will it really move in? So I have put up a few success stories. Okay, so this is something, of course, it's not just based on 3 days that these people have been able to take things as a success. These are certain feedbacks that I have got on the LinkedIn site where, of course, I had one of my team members working with me, and he was able to really take things forward successfully for his own path of career while he was working with me. Then I was working with Dr. Sagar Kulkarni, who is a country director in one of the organizations. And I was coaching him and his team. Okay, so at CXO levels as well, I have been working with the organizations to coach them. And they have seen a lot of difference coming in for their team. So whatever as I said, whatever I'm telling you is actually already been implemented. So if you see, these are like 2017 reviews, which I'm showcasing to you. So something which I learned and had implemented in 2017 and now continues to grow further. People have seen that benefit. So this should definitely be a good motivation to you. And the levels I have, because I've taken it from LinkedIn, you can also see the levels. It is right from a CEO level to a team member level who has been leading in a particular organization. And then this is the one that you see on the right hand side is the most recent one, which has been provided just I won't say it's just 4 hours ago, but it is something which has been provided to me only day before yesterday, so all of these people have, whatever I have been talking about has been implemented consistently, and they have found a change in their business. So the earlier ones which I showed is more from a corporate. Then here I have another person, Nikhil Garg, who is a businessman, and things have really changed for him to start working out and removing his blockages with the approach that I have said. And on the right hand side, you see Namrata, who is a mom. So of course, a lot of people out here are also, of course, she's working as well, but the majority of the things are there. So she has been able to bring a shift and change in herself and start her own business in parallel to take things forward. So yes, and of course, this is a consistent practice which has been followed. And it's not just about that I keep talking to you all, and I tell my clients to take it forward. Yes, Anshu and Nitish, I will do it. Just give me a few minutes because I just need to complete this particular section. As the earlier one, as I said, it was about Sagar Kulkarni has been part of it. And then Harleen Singh, this is available on my LinkedIn. So you can definitely go ahead and check on that part. And then here I'm talking about Nikhil and Namrata, which has been available. And if you feel that I just keep talking and I just ask people to do it, it's not like that. And these are a few more success stories that I have of people working around in different areas. So people in the IT industries, people from the paper manufacturing. So a director who is managing a paper manufacturing company. So right from different levels and areas, I have been working with people, and there are success stories. Of course, the duration depends. For a few, it might be something which have been achieved in 3 months. For a few, it might be in 6, or somebody it would be in a year. But success is defined for sure. It's not like you will just be able to do that. Yes, Milind, that would be there. And then as we progress further, so as I said, it's not just that I keep talking to you guys and tell you that you follow it, but since 1998, I have been following this diligently with whatever I'm talking about. So it's almost 2 decades that I have this experience of doing things. So since 1998, I have been into this field of energy healing, mentoring, and coaching. 2000, I started working with an organization. I started my journey over there as a fresher. 2005, I moved into a level of getting into tech lead and working with the organizations in the US. Then I went ahead further for my consulting assignments, working with different technologies and with different countries. So almost 5+ countries in 2010 is where I started working on. So with the consistent practice of what I'm talking about, I have been able to get this result. So if you see, approximately every 3 to 5 years, there has been a big shift which has started happening, and this has helped me to grow further in my own career and the areas that I'm doing. So since 1998, energy healing, mentoring, and coaching has been consistently growing positively forward, helping my clients to achieve what they are looking for, and of course participants. Then as I progressed from 10 to 15, then in 15, of course, I had a switch in an organization to a different organization. There I started my full-fledged career with them in terms of consulting, mentoring, coaching. And then in 2019, 2020, I reached to a level where I have been able to get 2 bestseller books, which are Amazon, and also in 2019, Amazon Editor's Pick. So I think this, and I have been, so the books which I have co-authored are also with the people who are well known in the coaching field. So John Menton, who was a coach to Steve Jobs, former CEO, and Marshall Goldsmith, who has been a part of the coaching industry. So as you see, whatever I have been talking about or whatever I have told you so far, of course, in 3 days, I have given you a very gist of things that are there and the results that people have got versus my own journey of how it has transitioned from 1998 to where I am today. So I think this is a good motivation for people who have not put up their action. So if you feel motivated and want to take actions, just type M. So I know that you are ready to start your own journey with this motivation. So thanks, Devi Bala, Ruchi, Sanjana, Prashant, Tanish, Abhijit, Mukul, Rishikesh. Wow, it's so nice to see that all of you are, of course, feeling motivated. And as I said, I have created this Facebook group. So please just be with it and start posting out your inputs and information on what I have asked you to do. So it's only then where I can support and help you to the extent it can be there. So I always tell my clients and my friends and everybody, I can give you a complete plate full of food with different varieties, different dishes. I can also bring it to your mouth, but I can maybe also push it into your mouth, but I cannot help you digest that. Okay, that is your own system which has to digest that food. Okay, so I can bring it to your mouth, I can push it down through your throat, but post that, it's your system which has to do. So whatever I'm doing right now is helping you, give that background, give you that tips and tricks which can help you. So you have got those things until your mouth, you just have to take it and digest it. So that's something which has to be done. Thanks a lot, Manisha. I am really happy that I'm able to explain it to you in a way where you can do it. Of course, because whatever struggles or learnings which I have had in my journey, I want to make sure that I pass it on to you guys and take it forward. So that's fantastic, guys. So if you are now ready to take your journey to the next level, and let me tell you, so from a 3-day career perspective, the motivation that I wanted to give to you guys and the information that I wanted to share with you is being done. And now what I'm going to talk about is the upcoming sessions, which are free and also which are the paid ones. And if you would want to continue with any of the paid sessions, then what kind of an offer I would give. So I just want to upfront tell you that this is going to be now more of a little sales pitch to let you know. Yes, Aruna, I will send you the message because we have all the recordings available on our Facebook group and I'll tag you to that. So I'll definitely do that. So if anybody wants to drop out by now, that's absolutely okay for me because as I said, it's now going to be a little bit of more of telling your giving you information about the upcoming sessions and how it has to be taken forward. So my upcoming sessions that would be the free sessions that I'm talking about are going to be 5 days to healing your hair and skin. So as I told you that energy healing and mentoring and coaching has been my core. So you will, the 5 days to healing your hair and skin is going to be starting from 23rd of May and it will be until 27th of May. So if anybody wants to register, just send me a message. I'll give you the link and you can register for that session. And then after that, in the month of June, first week, I will start with 6 days of weight loss healing. Of course, in this 6 days, you're not going to lose a drastic weight, but what is going to happen is that shift will start happening. And then we will have a support group, which will continue to keep motivating you to see how that shift happens in your weight loss. Again, we will work on in the upcoming month of June, 5 days to relationship healing is something which I would be talking about. So in case if you're looking for these sessions, and if you feel there is something more that you would want to learn out of whatever I have told, please send me a message because whatever you see as a part of this free sessions is the demand from the previous sessions and people from the sessions. That I have created this shorter courses for you to just come experience it and start implementing it into your life. Then the upcoming paid sessions are the Reiki level 1. So in the energy field, is where I would be doing. Then Reiki level 2 is what I'm talking about in chakra healing. Yes, Sanam, I will try to accommodate to see if 10 p.m. works out for everybody. Yes, Shivansh, give me a minute. I'll answer to you about overcoming your dislikes. Okay, Sanam, I will try to put that, because right now I have put that as 8:30 to 9. But yeah, I'll try to manage it, because I need to make sure that I complete my sessions before 10:30 p.m. primarily because there are a lot of them who have a working the next day. And it becomes a little too late, because if we start at 10, then it doesn't get over before 11 or 11:15. So I'll try to manage balance as much as I can. I'll definitely do that. But for hair and skin, probably it might be 8:30, but for the remaining where the day timings are not yet announced, I will go ahead and do it, because already for hair and skin, we have 68, 70 participants who have registered. So they have registered considering the 8:30 time, but recordings would be available for that. But then of course we'll do that. Great. Sanjana, dates for relationship healing are not yet been done, but that will be sometimes in June of second week or the third week, because the other plans are already been there. So that's there. And for people who would really want to now take your career success to the next level, I am planning to start off the batches in the next week on the 24th, or to the max from the 27th is where we are going to start. This batches will be limited to only 8 students per batch, and every session is going to be 60 minutes. So you are going to have a personal one-on-one sessions of 60 minutes with me in this batch of 8 people. For students, I'm offering a very special price, and that price is going to be rupees 19999. And for business people and for corporate people, I am offering this to be a 49999. So anybody who is interested to register for this, please send me a WhatsApp message. I will share the payment details for you. But then this is like whatever you have learned in the 3 days part, how to take it to the next level and further deep dive to ensure a success within the 90 days part is where I have put up this forward. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Atul. Thanks, Abhijit. So with that's the offer that I wanted to share with you, and the upcoming free sessions and the paid sessions. So if anybody's interested, just feel free to drop me a message with the course that you want to register. I will start sharing the registration links with you accordingly. So with that, we are coming to an end. So I just thought of repeating this offer once again for students who are there and they would want to take it to the next level. You would have the price for it as 1999. You get 6 sessions with me. Then business and corporate people, of course, the batches will be separate, but the price for that is 4999. And it's going to be 6 sessions again on 2 different days that we are looking for. That's the thing. And I would want to bless each one of you with the financial abundance and let money come easily and flow towards you. So thanks a lot, everybody. It was really wonderful connecting with each one of you on the career success journey. Whatever you have done today, please post it onto the Facebook once I create a post for it, because I would want to still continue supporting you for whatever you have learned in this 3 days. So thanks a lot. I will be online for some time so that you can ask me questions. Else, you know where to reach out to me. You can reach out to me on my WhatsApp number. Yeah, thanks a lot, Supriya. Yes, definitely an eye-opening session. Thanks, Sadhana. Thanks, Aradhya. Great. Thanks a lot, Rishikesh. Fantastic. So I would, fantastic, Janvi and Shivansh, I do remember your question, how to overcome the dislikes. I will connect with you offline. So definitely I'll explain to you based on your dislikes, what is that you would want to take it forward. Great. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a good day, good evening, and a good night. And let's stay in touch. Be connected on the Facebook group to get more information. Take care. Bye.